Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. And off we go from Arizona. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's a designed run. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Panther 11. 65 cat.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
What is that?
They'll send a man in motion left. They'll go play action here with Williams. That one too far over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Bech that time. And it's going to be third down.
What is that?
He'll try to run for it. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Not what you want to see quarter one of week 1. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Throwing on second down. Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Seattle. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Chop 60, chop 60.
Now, faking the give, rolling right. He's going to let one fly for Addison. It is... A big gain for Arizona. 32 yards.
32 yards. That's good for a
70 range,
Cardinals
70 range.
first down. First
Nick
and
Warrior,
10 at the
70.
33-yard line.
Steady.
He'll look to throw. And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
The extra point is good. And the Cardinals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Moving to his right. He runs with it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him getting here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10.
What is that?
Now Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Third and long. Here's Williams. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. First catch for him on this new season. and it results in a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Off play action. Here's Williams. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, what a great play called down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender, and it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Take over first and 10. The Cardinals take over first and 10. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on, come on.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on second down. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they've got it with first and 10.
Viking 18. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw again. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. The extra point is good. And the Cardinals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. We get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's Williams on first and 10. This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
On second down, it's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jordan Burch taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Michigan State. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
Talk about establishing yourself in this league as a young player. You don't have to be perfect. But, man, when you get opportunities to make big plays, when they come your way, you got to take advantage of it. And boy, did he ever.
Seahawks 14.
So before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
At the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. A play fake. Now Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Tackle made right at midfield. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Walker. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Forced to his right. He'll run again. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. Walker. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Walker. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Seahawks will even the score. It's now 21 all.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
16 yards.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. They work this out wide to Benson. Down the right sideline. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 47 yards.
Let's go now.
Benson. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second and goal.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Back.
Back to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Williams. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down. Williams to throw on second down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Flush to his right. Got his man at the 6. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Walker. A second effort, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Pass's kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead.
Cardinals 21. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Viking, come on. Set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Throw here down the field. It will fall incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time.
Brings up third down.
Now it's going to be third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Ready, break. 18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw yet again. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. Back to the right side. Caught by McBride. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal. They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. The extra point, up and good. And the Cardinals back within 7. It's 35-28. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He gets free. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he is gone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Cardinals 28. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Broncos. Ready? 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
First down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
70.
That's another Cardinals first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath here to Benson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He pulls it in around the 5, and he'll take it on in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Walter Nolan working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Moving outside the pocket. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
A gain of 9 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 15
They get
yards.
15 on that
That's
game.
another
First down,
Seahawks
Seattle.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Seattle.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. We'll try again. It's second and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Out to his right. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Walker now gets us going here in the fourth quarter. And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They work this out wide to Benson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10.
They'll try again here.
35-yard
Second
line.
and 10.
70 Rangers. Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And third down coming up.
Everybody in that defensive huddle just continues to remind themselves, you know they're going to take shots. They're going to try to throw the ball over your head and see if they can generate a big play. So continue to defend it just like they did there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Hurt. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
Hold it ready.
First down.
Buffalo 18.
First and 10 at the
Ready.
38-yard line.
18. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Huh.
They'll look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Got it with Smith and Jigba.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That one swung out wide to Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Westy.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Walker, and he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. This is caught at 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point try by Bass. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
Now,
line.
someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, street. Bronco 80. 18, Rattler, 18.
Back to throw. This one is caught by Addison. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
19 Tiger.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the extra point.
The extra point is up and through. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit.
Cardinals 42.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. Oh! And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. On the ground, it's the tight end. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. Another one from the 5. Second down and goal.
Volunteer.
On the ground, it's Walker. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Makes the score Seahawks 63, Cardinals 42. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for
The
Seattle.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Come on. Set. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And this will be incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
That's complete his big target, McBride. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
15 yards.
70 Lions.
Cardinals first down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Ready.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Turnover on downs.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll let one go down the middle. And now he loses the football. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1.